Welcome in, folks, to the Can't We Kick It podcast. I'm your co-host, Mike, along with Chuck here.
I'm your DJ Jazzy G.
What's going on, Chuck?
Not much, brother.
Good. You ready to talk Emmys?
Let's talk some Emmys today.
Yeah, so, Emmy nominations came out at the end of August, where, we're not posting the show until it gets closer to the premiere date, which is going to be January 15th. They pushed it back because of the writer's strike, so expect this to come out sometime in January. And we're going to go through each category. We're going to give our pick around, who we think should win and who will probably win.
Yeah.
And we'll go through each category and we'll give our take. So we'll just dive right in. Let's talk drama series, all right? So drama series, we have Andor, Better Call Saul, The Crown, House of the Dragon, The Last of Us, Succession, The White Lotus, and Yellow Jackets.
So, Mike, how many of those have you seen?
I've seen all but two. I haven't seen Yellow Jackets, and I've only seen part of Better Call Saul.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Yellow Jackets, Better Call Saul, or The Crown.
Oh, The Crown is so good. Yeah.
But yeah, 4 HBO Max shows, 1 Disney Plus, 1 AMC, 1 Netflix, and 1 Showtime.
Yellow Jackets being the Showtime, yeah.
Yeah, I've inquired about getting Showtime now that I have Paramount. It's connected with Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Is it included, or do you have to pay extra?
Or it's like $1.99 more or something. Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that because I've heard Yellow Jackets is a great show.
Yeah.
But
we're the same. Who do you think will win, or who do you want to win? How do you want to start?
So we're gonna go through and we're gonna say who we think is gonna be the winner.
Yep.
And who we think should win. So I think this is one of the only categories where I have the winner and who I think should win will be the same.
Really?
And I am calling Succession as the winner.
That's pretty good.
The reasoning behind that is that final season, so many good actors, so many good performances, and it's kind of like we got to give it to him for the final season.
That's true.
Otherwise, I mean, the first thing that jumped out on me, it jumped out of the page for me, was actually The Last of Us. Yeah. When I looked at the list, but I don't see anybody winning but Succession.
Wasn't enough clickers, not going to win. I want Succession to win, but I think The White Lotus is going to upstage him.
Really? You think that's going to...
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, because so many accolades, they won so many awards last season for season 1.
True.
And season 2, maybe not as... Definitely wasn't as good. Maybe not as popular. I don't know. But... Yeah, I'd be kind of... I mean, it was great. I loved both seasons, but...
I'll give a fence post writing take. An HBO show is going to take this home.
I agree. I think one of those 4... And if you look at the total Emmy nominations...
it's stacked.
Last of Us 24, Succession 27, White Lotus 23. None of the others outside of single digits.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, we have a feeling Succession, you think will win. I think White Lotus will probably sneak it out. But let's move over to comedy series. So, comedy series, we've got quite a few as well. We've got Abbott Elementary, ABC. Barry on Max, which was the final season.
Mm-hmm.
The Bear, season 1 on FX. I had to make sure that was right. Jury Duty on Amazon Prime /Freevee. The Marvelous Miss Maisel, which is on Prime, which was also the last season. Only Murders in the Building, season 2, I think, on Hulu. Ted Lasso on Apple TV, the final season. And Wednesday on Netflix.
All right.
Who do you want to win?
So I want Barry. So for me, I do want and should. So I think Barry should win out of... First of all, I don't think The Bear is a comedy series.
I agree.
I'm very confused with the categories. But I think maybe the answer to that because it would have no chance of winning in the drama series.
For sure. It's a juggernaut in the drama series, yeah.
So I think, especially if you say, since it's season 1, and maybe I have a little recency bias.
Yeah.
Season 2 was amazing.
True.
I think I want Barry, and I think Barry should win for season 4 because it was unreal. I think that was it my number 1 in the first half of the year?
Yeah.
Number 1 or number 2, I can't remember. Or it was my number 1 or 2 from last year, whatever year it was.
Yeah.
I think the winner will be The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Really?
If you look, it has 20 previous wins across all categories. And it's second behind Ted Lasso in the Emmy nomination. It's one of those shows, you watch it, I don't watch it, but just watching it just seems like something that, like, the Academy would want to feature.
Yep.
It's well deserved, but I think they're going to win. What do you think?
It's probably got... The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel was good. The earlier seasons were great. The final season was good. I think everybody liked Luke Kirby as Lenny Bruce and all of that stuff. But it's got 80 nominations to date on all categories. It's the most of any show that's been nominated this season. And it's got 20 wins across all categories. I think that's the highest rating in double digits. But I think Barry should win. Mm-hmm. But I think... I want Barry to win, but I think the Bear will win. People are riding the Bear train.
Well, it'd be interesting if it wins for the first season based on the success of the second season.
It's tough with the Emmys being moved back. It's I don't know how they differentiate. Yeah.
True.
Well, now we'll jump into limited or anthology series. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch most of these. I think I watched one. I don't know if you watched any more than that.
I watched part of the Dahmer.
Yep.
And I watched Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I will give my take just based on the grapevine, just what I've heard in the media and things like that. So I'll give it that shot. But we've got Beef on Netflix, Dahmer on Netflix, Daisy Jones and the Six on Prime, Fleischman is in Trouble on FX, and Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus. Those are the only ones nominated.
Yeah. So I think I'm just going to predict the winner.
Yep.
I think. Because I don't know who should win.
Yeah.
I think Beef is going to win.
Same here. I think Beef got more talk than... Obi-Wan Kenobi, yeah. I think that was a letdown for a lot of people.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
But Beef was raving.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah. So
I wasn't a big... it was okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi, but... I don't know. I would like to see, like, American Horror Story on here, but... Which last year's was really good. I'm not sure why it's not.
Yeah, it's not on here. Yeah.
Nominated, but it was better than a lot of those, I thought.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk television movie now.
Yeah. So, yeah, you want to list the?
Yeah. Dolly Parton's Mountain Magic Christmas on NBC. I'm gonna look at the camera every time because I think it's hilarious. Fire Island on Hulu. Hocus Pocus 2 on Disney Plus. Prey. As in Predator and Prey on Hulu, and Weird, the Al Yankovic story with Harry Potter on Roku.
On the Roku channel?
On the Roku channel, yeah.
So I think Hocus Pocus 2 is going to win.
Yeah.
Because it's like on Disney Plus, and Hocus Pocus 1 was a big phenomena. And I know, like, I'm just thinking, like, my daughter and some others, when that was coming out, and, like, adults were like, I've got to watch Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah. I was all about it, and then I forgot that it came out, and I still haven't watched it. Yeah. Because I liked the first movie, but...
And I'm going to say should win would be Weird Al Yankovic, because he's fucking amazing.
I'm going to say it's going to be Weird. It's going to be Weird Al, the Al Yankovic movie. I got a feeling that one is just going to win just because... He's got such a cult following.
Yeah.
People are going to be lobbying the shit out of it. Yeah, Hocus Pocus 2 has the budget to market, but Weird is... I think it's going to win. Yeah. All right. Now we'll get into lead actor and actresses. So lead actress in a drama series. So we've got Sharon Horgan on Bad Sisters, which was on Apple TV. Melanie Linsky, Yellow Jackets, Showtime. Elizabeth Moss, The Handmaid's Tale, Hulu. Bella Ramsey, The Last of Us, HBO Max. Kerry Russell, The Diplomat on Netflix. And Sarah Snook, Succession on HBO Max.
So I seen Bad Sisters on Apple TV, which was really good.
Interesting.
I love Melanie Linsky.
She was in The Last of Us as well, right?
She's in The Last of Us. She was in Up in the Air. She's been in a lot of different things.
Yep.
Elizabeth Moss or Handmaid's Tale. She's already won twice.
I think it is the final season for that.
But Bella Ramsey, great in Last of Us. Kerry Russell. I haven't watched The Diplomat. And Sarah Snook for Succession. So, I personally think that Bella Ramsey should win, or I am rooting for her to win. I think Kerry Russell from The Diplomat is going to win. She's been in a lot of good TV, The Americans, and other shows throughout her career, and hasn't had any previous wins. I think they like to... But this category is filled with people that haven't won. So the only previous winner was Elizabeth Moss. So, I mean, you could definitely... I think any of the others could win. But I'll just say Kerry Russell.
I'm going to go...
I may have had a crush on her when I was like in high school, early 20s.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to bet Melanie Linsky wins. Wild card. Throwing it out there.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Lead actor in a drama series. This should get interesting. Jeff Bridges in The Old Man on FX. Brian Cox, Succession, HBO Max. Kieran Culkin, Succession, HBO Max. Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul on AMC. Pedro Pascal in The Last of Us on HBO Max. And Jeremy Strong, Succession, HBO Max. That's a murderer's row right there.
Yeah, any of these guys could win.
Yep.
So, for me, I think Pedro Pascal or Jeremy Strong should win.
Yep.
They would be my should. I think Jeff Bridges is going to win for The Old Man.
Wow.
He has 0 previous wins. He's,
It's his second nomination. Yeah.
And I watched the first 2 episodes of it. He was really good, and then I just kind of fell off and never watched it again. But, I mean, Odenkirk's won a couple times already. It's like, I think Jeff Bridges is going to win. I don't think Kieran Culkin... I think if you put all of them in Best Supporting Actor, maybe it'd be different.
Yeah.
But
you put some of those in Best Supporting Actor. It blows me away, but...
Yeah.
I think Jeremy Strong, I want him to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Bob Odenkirk is going to win because it was last season and he survived that heart attack.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Season. Yeah. So my money's on Bob Odenkirk.
We're going to have to make a spreadsheet of our picks to put out on...
run the table.
For the night before, whenever it comes out.
Yep. Then we got lead actress in a comedy series. Christina Applegate, Dead to Me on Netflix. Rachel Brosnahan, The Marvelous Miss Maisel, Prime Video. Keita Brunson, Abbott Elementary, ABC. Natasha Lyonne, Poker Face, Peacock, I know you like her. Jenna Ortega, Wednesday, Netflix.
Yeah, for me, so I've seen Dead to Me, Poker Face. A lot of good things about Abbott Elementary. You watch Miss Maisel. I think Natasha Lyonne should win for Poker Face. Thought she was really good in Russian Doll as well on Netflix, and I don't think any nominations for that. But I think Rachel Brosnahan's going to win for Marvelous Miss Maisel.
I think, actually, I want Rachel Brosnahan to win. I think she's amazing in that series. Wild card, Jenna Ortega is going to win for Wednesday.
Yeah, she hasn't won yet. Natasha Lyonne hasn't won. Christina Applegate has a bunch of health issues.
Yeah.
That could help propel her.
Nod. Yeah.
I mean, but she was really good in. She was really good in Dead to Me, though.
I've heard that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The talk about Jenna Ortega on Wednesday is just outrageous. Yeah, she's blown out into the stratosphere. All right. Lead actor in a comedy series. We've got Bill Hader in Barry, HBO Max. Jason Segel Shrinking on Apple TV. Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building on Hulu. Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, Apple TV. And Jeremy Allen White, The Bear on FX.
Yeah, so I think Bill Hader should win for Barry. But I think Jeremy Allen White will win for The Bear. He was great in season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
And he was really good in Shameless on Showtime. I think he's due. He's never been nominated.
Yep.
Never won. So this is like his first nomination. I think there's no way Jason Segel has a shot.
No.
Shrinking was pretty good, but...
It was good, but... As a lead actor in a comedy? Nah. Not up against Bill Hader, Sudeikis, and Jeremy Allen White. No offense to Martin Short. Love Martin Short, but it's tough between him, Selena Gomez, and Steve Martin. I mean,
now, Jeremy Allen White may not win because maybe a lot of people may not think that's a comedy. But also, Barry is not necessarily... Fourth season was not necessarily a comedy either.
It was pretty dark. It was a pretty dark comedy.
But
I mean, we laughed at it because we got some pretty messed up humor, but I enjoyed it.
What are you thinking?
I think, and I want, Jeremy Allen White is going to win for The Bear. I can see Bill Hader pulling it out. Ted Lasso, I think he's had his run.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Jeremy Allen White. He's going to steal the show. Guy's going to have the best looking tux at the Emmys. Lead actress in a limited or anthology series or movie. Haven't seen most of these again. Lizzie Kaplan, Fleischman is in Trouble on FX. Jessica Chastain, George and Tammy on Showtime. I've wanted to watch that. Dominic Fishback, Swarm on Prime. Catherine Hahn, Tiny Beautiful Things on Hulu. Was that Riley Cuff?
Riley Keough.
Yeah, Keough, thank you. Riley Keough, Daisy Jones and the Six on Prime. And Ali Wong, Beef on Netflix. What do you think?
So, I haven't watched any of these. So, kind of looking... none of these fantastic actors have won anything, and most of them have been nominated.
Yeah, first-time nominee for TV for a lot of these. None of them have ever won anything.
I think Catherine Hahn is going to win. She's one of those, that gal actor, like, you recognize her and you're like, oh, that's Catherine Hahn. Or you may not even know the name, but you're like, I know her.
Yep. She's that lady.
But I think, I don't have a should without seeing.
Yeah.
I like Lizzie Kaplan and I like Jessica Chastain.
Yep.
And Catherine Hahn's great and everything. I think Ali Wong will probably win for Beef.
I can see
But
that.
either, I think Catherine Hahn or Ali Wong.
I think it'd be between
Hahn or Wong.
Hahn or Wong. Yeah, Catherine Hahn has done a lot. She's been a lot of supporting actresses.
She was freaking Adam Scott's wife in Step Brothers.
She was in The Goods, Live Hard, Sell Hard with Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven. Okay.
She did the Nigerian buyback where a customer bought in a car and she sold said car to said customer at a markup. The same car. It was insane. Yeah, I think Catherine Hahn or Then we've got lead actor in a limited or anthology series or movie. We've got Taron Egerton, Blackbird on Apple TV. Kumail Nanjiani, Welcome to Chippendales on Hulu. Evan Peters for Dahmer on Netflix. Harry Potter for Weird, the Al Yankovic Story on Roku. Michael Shannon for George and Tammy on Showtime. And Steven Yeun for Beef on Netflix.
So I'm a huge fan of Evan Peters, Michael Shannon, and Kumail Nanjiani.
Oh, it's an amazing group.
This is a really good group of actors here.
Yep.
I think Steven Yeun's going to win.
Yep.
But my personal preference, without seeing any of the shows, I would like to see Evan Peters, because I love him in every season of American Horror Story that he used to do. And then Kumail from, Silicon Valley, and Michael Shannon from Boardwalk Empire. So, like...
They're all good.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's going to be between, for me, it's going to be between Taron Egerton and Steven Yeun.
Well, that's what I have written down.
Yeah.
I have Taron Egerton as a winner, and I didn't even mention him at all.
I've heard a lot about that show.
Yeah.
All right, now we get into some pretty limited shows and categories, but supporting actress in a drama series. We've got Jennifer Coolidge in The White Lotus, HBO.
Hey, Coolidge it. Sorry.
Elizabeth Debicki in The Crown on Netflix. Megan Faye, The White Lotus on HBO Max. Sabrina Imperatori on The White Lotus, HBO Max. Aubrey Plaza, The White Lotus. Ray Seahorn, Better Call Saul on AMC. J. Smith Cameron on Succession, HBO. And Simona Tabasco, White Lotus, HBO Max.
From Avery Island.
That's right.
Heir,
I just like her name.
heir to the Tabasco throne. Simona. So, I think there's too many. There's 5 White Lotus actresses in the category. And Coolidge won last year. I think J. Smith Cameron should win for Succession because she's kind of was like the kind of leveler in that show.
Yeah.
And she did a really good job over all 4 years. But I think the winner will be Elizabeth Debicki for The Crown.
100%. She's playing Lady Di.
Yeah.
It's a ringer, dude. Which the trailer for the last season of The Crown just came out. Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah. I think it's going to be Elizabeth Debicki. She's really good in it. It's going to be hard to knock that off. Then we've got supporting actor in a drama series. We've got F. Murray Abraham on The White Lotus. I was just going to save everybody time. These are all HBO Max shows. F. Murray Abraham, The White Lotus. Nicholas Braun, Succession. Michael Imperioli, The White Lotus. Theo James, The White Lotus. Matthew McFadden, Succession. Alan Ruck, Succession. Will Sharp, The White Lotus. And Alexander Skarsgård, Succession.
So, this should only have one answer.
I agree.
2, should, would, want,
Will.
and will.
Yeah.
And that's Matthew McFadden.
I agree. Blows them all out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Tom Wamsgams.
Yeah.
He won fucking Succession at the end.
He wins because he's got his fucking wingman in there as Greg.
Yeah.
And you can't make a Tomlin without breaking some Gregs. Skarsgård was good in Succession. I don't think he should have been nominated. Good acting, don't get me wrong. They were just other people. Will Sharp, not the greatest character on White Lotus, but sure.
Probably one of the worst.
Yeah, I agree. Alan Ruck, it's Cameron. I can't knock Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Matthew McFadden, Ringer. Theo James is really good on The White Lotus. Imperioli, great. Nicholas Braun, I don't know if he should be nominated. Great acting, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Just such a stacked
Do they have like,
group.
you know how in hockey they have like the second assist?
Yeah.
Could be like the supporting actor.
Yeah. He gets the 2 stars. Yeah. And then F. Murray Abraham had some great one-liners in White Lotus, but I mean, that's Matthew McFadden, 100% answer.
McFadden.
You should know, it's me, Shiv. What? Are you fucking kidding me? I love that scene. Supporting actress in a comedy series. We've got Alex Borstein, The Marvelous Miss Maisel on Prime. Oh, I'm going to butcher some of these. Ayo Edebiri. The Bear on FX. Janelle James, Abbott Elementary, ABC. Cheryl Lee Ralph, Abbott Elementary, ABC. Juno Temple, Ted Lasso, Apple TV. Hannah Waddingham, Ted Lasso, Apple TV. And Jessica Williams, Shrinking, Apple TV.
So I think Hannah Waddingham should win. I thought she was really good in the last season.
I agree.
The episode where they're in Amsterdam and meeting the pilot. I think he turned out to be an airline pilot.
Yeah.
But she kind of really had her own, like...
She had her own arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was... One could say there was too many arcs in the last season of Ted Lasso. That's why. And I don't think Juno Temple was that great in the last season of Ted Lasso. She looked like...
It was an interesting direction with her character.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the direction.
No, it's just...
But I don't know. There's so many things going on. Like
there could have been more. I'm gonna leave it at that.
But I think Alex Borstein will win. Borstein.
I think Alex Borstein will win, but I want Hannah Waddingham to win.
Yeah,
she crushed it.
Yeah.
And in the 3 series of Ted Lasso, she's by far had the best, most even performance. So good.
Yeah.
Supporting actor in a comedy series. We've got Anthony Carrigan in Barry on Max. NoHo Hank. Phil Dunster, Ted Lasso, Apple TV. Brett Goldstein, Ted Lasso, Apple TV. James Marsden, Jury Duty, Amazon Prime /Freevee. Yvonne Moss,
Backrack,
The Bear, FX. Tyler James Williams, Abbott Elementary, ABC. And Henry Winkler, Barry, HBO Max.
So, I think Anthony Carrigan for Barry should win.
Yep.
I think if it was Bear Season 2, Evan Moss Backrack would win this hands down. So it depends on the character.
It'd be a runaway.
The carryover.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a wild card at you.
Oh.
I think James Marsden's going to be the winner for Jury Duty.
For the most weird TV show to be nominated.
Yeah.
For today's standards of streaming and TV. I would love for him to win. I think that's fucking hilarious. I want Anthony Carrigan to win. Dude, the last scene of him alive was unbelievable at Barry. Henry Winkler won for the earlier season.
Yeah.
Didn't see Abbott Elementary. I agree with you. Ebon, Season 2, he'll be a runaway. James Marsden, great. Brett Goldstein, I mean, who doesn't love Roy Kent?
Yeah.
And Jamie Tart. But, it's going to be Anthony Carrigan. Supporting actress in a limited or anthology series or movie, we've got Annalee Ashford in Welcome to Chippendales, Hulu. Maria Bello in Beef on Netflix. Claire Danes on Fleischman is in Trouble, FX. Juliette Lewis, Welcome to Chippendales on Hulu. Camila Maroney, Daisy Jones and the Six on Prime. Niecy Nash Betts on Dahmer on Netflix. And Merritt Weaver on Tiny Beautiful Things on Hulu.
So, not seeing most of these, this is just going on name recognition.
Yeah.
I love Niecy Nash from Reno 911
so great.
And other things that she's been in.
Yeah.
And just knowing what she usually acts and plays to play someone in Dahmer, I imagine that was a crazy different performance and experience.
Yeah.
I think Juliette Lewis will win. She has no wins, and she's been a great actress for a long time. Also Claire Danes, but she's won a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my thought.
It'll be one of the two from Chippendales. Both were amazing in the show. I think definitely.
Did you watch Welcome to Chippendales?
I did. Yeah, they definitely. The ladies took it to the guys in that show in terms of acting level.
Yeah.
Besides Kumail Nanjiani and Murray Bartlett, who's in the next category. It's just a fantastic top four in that series. So then we've got supporting actor in a limited or anthology series or movie. Murray Bartlett, Welcome to Chippendales on Hulu. He was fantastic. Paul Walter Hauser in Blackbird on Apple TV. Richard Jenkins on Dahmer on Netflix. Joseph Lee in Beef on Netflix. Ray Liotta, Blackbird, Apple TV. Young Mazzino, Beef, Netflix. And Jesse Plemons, Love and Death, HBO Max.
So, I love me some Jesse Plemons.
Totally.
And I tried to watch Love and Death, but I had already seen Candy, which is the same story on Hulu.
Yeah.
So I think the winner is going to be Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
It's going to be the
posthumous.
The posthumous bump and recognition.
Yeah. I got to feel it'll be between Ray Liotta. No offense to the other shows. I haven't seen Beef, so I can't tell you. I haven't seen Love and Death. Love me some Jesse Plemons. Didn't see Dahmer, but it'll be between Murray Bartlett, who's just crushing it right now. His stock is high. White Lotus season 1.
Yes.
Chippendales.
He's great.
And then he was in The Last of Us. The guy his stock is at an all-time high. Paul Walter Hauser in Blackbird was supposedly really good. He played Richard Jewell about the Atlanta.
I watched that on a plane once.
So good.
He's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
Yeah.
And then Ray Liotta I think is going to get the posthumous. Yeah. Yeah. Great actor. Haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's fantastic for him. And then we've got the final, which we can pretty much rank them all together.
The best categories left. So yeah, why don't you read them and then I'll give my.
The best category to date is the talk series. We've got The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, Comedy Central; Jimmy Kimmel Live, ABC; Late Night with Seth Meyers, NBC; Late Show with Stephen Colbert, CBS; and The Problem with Jon Stewart, Apple TV.
They all suck.
Totally agree.
And they don't have Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, which
that is surprising.
Is really good, and they dive into. Because that's like the same thing as The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. The other four kind of more. Well, I would say like Jimmy Kibble, Late Night Seth, and Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Those three are kind of lumped together.
Those are the same.
The Daily Show, The Problem with Jon Stewart, and Last Week Tonight with John Oliver are very. But I mean that one is only once a week, so maybe it doesn't really fit in the category. So I'm not sure when The Problem with Jon Stewart comes on, but why do people still listen to watch, or why do they watch talk shows?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I used to only watch Jay Leno for the monologue, and then I turned it off when I got to the interviews.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, that was it, man. Yeah. You had to see that chin because it was in HD.
I could not stand Jay Leno. David Letterman was like who we listened to, who we watched.
Yeah, I like Letterman. Yeah.
The other one, they could have the morning show on here.
Yeah, from Apple TV.
Yeah,
we got an Apple TV.
Yeah, it's a talk series.
It's a talk series. Steve Carell, best talk series host.
Yeah. Best disgrace host.
Yeah.
What's it, Matt Lauer? The one they
that's what it's based off of. Yeah. Oh. I'm with you. I think the Problem with Jon Stewart's probably going to win. Anything that guy touches turns to gold.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel would win if he would co-host with Fat Damon, but they don't like each other. So.
Is Fat Damon and Jesse Plemons the same person? Did you
Never seen them in a room together? So
the first time I saw Jesse Plemons on TV, I'm like, what's wrong with Matt Damon?
Oh,
like
man.
They look like, and like Matt Damon got like bigger and like like it's very weird. But then the more you watch, the more they don't look alike. But.
Yeah. Dude, Jesse Plemons in Game Night, hilarious. Fargo, unbelievable.
Yeah, he hasn't been bad at anything.
No.
So.
Yeah, he's in a lot of. I think he's in Killers of the Flower Moon coming up.
Ooh.
He's in a lot of Scorsese stuff.
Why don't we see that and then review it?
I'm down with that.
All right.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the Emmys?
No. Just let's see when they actually come out.
Can't wait to see who from TV is going to walk up and bitch slap the host and say, "Don't talk about my wife like that." I know that was the Oscars, but I'm waiting to see the TV version of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, just don't invite Jada and Will. Apparently there's theories floating around that, like, because Jada was, like, knocking boots with Tupac.
Tupac, man.
That, like, he faked his own death just to get away from her. Hey!
Yeah,
Ba-ba-ba-ba!
Faked.
Anyhow, any hoodles.
Yeah. Anyway, appreciate everybody for kicking it with us. This week we talked the Emmys. Tune in for our regular program. Check us out, podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Pod, Google Pod's going away. Check out our Instagram at CanWeKickItPod. Email us at CanWeKickItPod1@gmail.com. Check out the website, kickingmedia.com. And his cousin likes to say,
Mahalo.